Hi, and welcome to Commencement Pre-Show 2023. I'm Miss Nuj, and I'm here with Amelia. Amelia, you look amazing.
Thank you so much, Ms. Nuj. You look great. I love that dress.
Thank you.
Well, I'm just excited to get this over with, finally graduate. I mean, I've just finished Form 11 and my AS level exams. I'm just excited.
You said Form 11?
That's right.
Amelia, I'm sorry to be the one to break this to you, but you actually have another year here at CLIP. You only graduate after Form 12.
One more year of exams. You have to go.
Sorry. I'm sure Amelia will be back to co-host any moment after she dries her tears. What are we doing tonight? We're counting down to our big event, Commencement 2023, and tonight it's all about the seniors. Our lower school seniors, our middle school seniors, and of course our Form 12s. We're also here to wrap up the year. Every year, CLIP has a theme, and this year's theme was Rise to the Challenge, and we started our theme right in September.
That's right. And as a proud Delta. The yellow one. Kappa. No, as well as a proud Clipper, I'm just really glad the entire school came together and celebrated our community with a bunch of screaming, fighting children. No, really. I'm talking, of course, about the inter-house challenges at the start of the year, in September. There are so many kids who participated even though they didn't have to throughout the various tournaments and competitions. Now those are some proud Clippers. And of course, the biggest challenge wasn't to, by far, might have taken place in fact the Ciudad. We managed not to lose a single student, hard as though we might have tried.
That was definitely a challenge. There's another member of our team who's risen to the challenge, and that's our very own senior Rafael Stuvinu. This year, we've started a new monthly segment called This Month at CLIP. And we thought you'd like to get to know a little bit more about these hosts from This Month at CLIP. And we're starting with another senior. Let's hear from Mathilde Peixoto.
Thank you very much, guys. We're officially here for the first interview of the pre-show, and here we are with the Honorable Form 12, Mathilde Peixoto. So, Form 12, how was it like this year?
It was really fun. We got to do a lot of things and activities this year, especially, for example, like the Inter-House Challenge, where we got to be captains this year. So
From your time, you can see our prefect. How was the experience like this year?
again, really fun because we got to do a lot more this year than last year because of COVID. So this year we got to do like another big sale and a lot more projects than last year.
You're in CLIP since 2009. What's the journey been like over the years?
It's been fun. It's definitely a roller coaster. You get to meet a lot of people, but as well you get to, I think, grow up with the people you've been with like since 2009. And I think now, like to get to the end and to be with like the same people I started with, it's a really like wholesome moment.
I hope you consider yourself part of the CLIP family. Do you think what do you think is going to happen to that relationship once you leave CLIP?
I think it's still going to continue, especially because like half of my family works here, so I'll definitely be coming back, and I think it's not like going to be the last time you're going to see me. But yes, CLIP is always a family, and I think like especially when you leave, it still becomes a family.
What challenges have you overcome this year?
This year, I think for sure like the exams, because I think like Form 11 and 12 are years where you have to be like very selfish, where you have to focus a lot on yourself like for your exams and for university entries. So those would be like for sure my biggest challenges this year.
What advice would you give to little 2009 Mathilde Peixoto?
I'd say like definitely enjoy the naps you get in the afternoon, because apparently you don't get them anymore as you grow up, which was really sad to figure out. So yes, for sure, like enjoy your naps.
You heard it here first with Mathilde Peixoto. Enjoy your naps, guys. See you next time.
Sage advice from Mathilde. I certainly could use a nap right now.
Who doesn't like a nap? Guys, sorry about the sound difficulties if you didn't hear us, but the important stuff is still coming up, so just sit back. We've mentioned this year's theme is Rise to the Challenge, but what does this actually mean? The theme of Rising to the Challenge is something we've implemented in all areas of our school life. Classroom learning, the celebration of hope and joy, CBC, and of course, our commencement. You know, other students who've risen to the challenge are Form 3, 4, and 7 students who had to perform, memorize lines, memorize songs in front of a crowd. And in Form 7's case, they even had to learn Shakespearean English. What? Teachers had to rise to the challenge to direct these students, and that's hundreds of them on one stage in 2 nights, and they all nailed it.
And just for you, we have an exclusive interview with one such formidable talent, Matthias from Form 7.
Okay, guys, welcome back. So now we're going to interview our colleague Matthias Karepak. Let's go here. So Matthias, you're going to Form 8. What are you going to be expecting this year?
Well, I'm gonna be expecting many things: the London trip, the Clip Moon, and harder exams as well.
So you think that's going to be a big challenge for you?
Not a big challenge, but a challenge with quite some level of difficulty.
Here we have a very confident student. So you've moved recently into Clip. How was the change and the biggest challenge for you for moving from another school to this one?
Well, the change was different. It wasn't that difficult, but obviously I came from a different country, so the languages are different. The uniform, the way they treat the people, the different subjects, it's all different. But I've been managing to adapt pretty well. And I think the first challenge I had to face when I first entered Clip was actually knowing where I was going, because I got lost a few times.
Well, you are now seem pretty comfortable, and you adapted very well. What advice would you give to people that are moving schools this year?
Study. Be prepared. Don't let your emotions get the best of you, and have fun.
You heard it here first, guys. Thank you very much. See you in the next interview.
Really insightful stuff from Matthias and Rafa. But before we move on, how about an insider's peek into commencement preparation? How's it looking, Rafa?
Rafa's a little lost. Rafa, the pavilion's right across the hall.
I know we just did an interview with Matthias, but gosh, he's been at this school for a really long time.
Yeah, but there are a lot of people that have been in this school for the first time. Do you remember any firsts, Amelia?
Oh my God, yes. I remember coming to Clip for the first time, sitting through assembly for the first time, being in form time for the first time. I mean, I think my first in-person MUN was MUN this year, actually.
Okay.
And it was a first for a lot of people, like a first serious MUN for a lot of people. It was the first MUN people organized from the executive team for some of them. But I mean, it was also a continuation of Clip's celebration of open-mindedness and international community.
Yeah.
And of course, it was a great opportunity to yell at classmates from the safety of a podium.
That's a good point. Our next interviewee did something for the first time this year as well. She started middle school. Let's hear what our next This Month at Clip host, Elia Dror, has got to say.
Okay, guys, thank you very much. We're here with a wonderful student, Elia. So, Elia, you just went into Form 5. So, what was the best part about Form 5?
That we had like other subjects like performing arts, science, not history, but science.
And what do you feel was the biggest change going to Form 5?
That we had like tests and we had to move from classroom to classroom.
Was it very scary?
It was a bit scarier than I imagined it would be.
Did you have any challenges this year?
Tests.
Tests. We all struggle with tests forever. And what advice would you give to someone in Form 4 going to Form 5?
To be like really responsible and to organize their things very well.
Thank you very much. You heard it here first, guys. Elia.
What a big jump in responsibilities from 4 to 5, huh? Tests.
True.
You know, our middle schoolers also had their round of these. Our Form 7s and 8s had their checkpoints. Our Form 9s sat their internal mocks. And 10s, 11s, and 12s, as you know, sat the real deal by sitting Cambridge exams.
Yeah, this exam season was so stressful for more reasons than just one. And I think one of the added stresses maybe was this new class that we were doing and this new exam that we were doing called Media Studies. And this was another first for teachers, for students alike. I mean, you wouldn't think that taking a test and watching a movie would be hard, but it was. And thanks to the hard work of Ms. Clossi and Mr. Carvalho, we were better prepared. The class brought so many new challenges for all of us. We made parts of 2 movies and magazines, and we made over 200 blog posts in total. So props to everyone, and no matter what, I'm proud at least.
I'm very proud of you guys too. That's a big challenge. Another student who rose to the challenge was our very own Enrique Late. Not only did he take the jump up to upper school, but he's a student athlete on top of that. He had to train night and day and compete. No easy task. Let's hear what Enrique has to say.
Thank you so much, guys. Welcome back. It's good to be back. So now we're here with our friend Enrique Late. He was just moved into Form 9. How was the transition like?
In the beginning, I was a little bit scared and fell a little bit down, but then I managed to catch up, and it's amazing now.
Being clipped since such a young age, which transition has been the hardest?
I would say probably from lower school to middle school. That one was like really bad for me.
Yeah, losing bad times is probably really annoying. So you're an athlete, right? When did you decide to start swimming?
I started swimming since a very young age. Probably have been swimming from around like 8 or 6 years. Yeah.
Okay, and what's the day today like for a strict athlete like you?
I wake up at 5:30 a.m. so I can go practice for 2 hours, and then I have a whole full day of school ahead, which really kind of destroys me. And then I still have to go practice again, which makes me absolutely exhausted.
We have somebody here who is very hardworking. And what is the biggest challenge you would say?
Biggest challenge is managing my sleep schedule. It kind of sucks to not sleep a lot, and it really tires me, and then I fall asleep during classes, which isn't good.
Okay, sleepyhead, what advice would you give to students that are in a similar position to you?
Definitely manage their sleep, and don't think that not sleeping for a day is gonna be okay, because it's probably gonna make everything fall down, and then you'll just be tired for the whole week.
Thank you very much, guys. You heard it here first.
We've heard from Rafa and Enrique about the challenges of being a student athlete. How about a quick, improved vibe check to the pavilion? It's a big room, guys. I'm sure you can find your way there. Let's see how fast you can get there.
Whoa, the clock is ticking and the big moment is almost here. You know, being a senior is no easy feat. It's a bittersweet moment for all, I'm sure. They're definitely feeling super proud of having reached this point, but there are many questions still to come. What will the future hold? Many challenges lie ahead, but I'm sure that CLIP has prepared them to rise to these challenges. You know, we had some challenges in the past, and one of my favorite this year was the Christmas Bazaar, Amelia.
That's true. The seniors were a key part of the workforce behind the Christmas Bazaar this year, where Clippers in Motion raised more than 10,000 euros. Let's hope all of it's going to charity, right? But though Clippers in Motion were certainly a main attraction, there was a diverse array of stalls, including student-led ones. And on top of the Christmas Bazaar, our four mates had the London trip and takeoff program, so they certainly had their hands full. here to tell us all about the Form 8 experience, our most recent host of This Month at Clip, Amaya.
I'm sorry, yes, I'm back and I'm here and I'm back with our wonderful colleague Amaya. Amaya, you're in Form 8. Form 8 is a pretty eventful year. What was your favorite part?
LTR and London, but LTR because of Cultural Heritage Day, we learned so much about different countries.
That's amazing. Next year you have Form 9. What are you expecting?
It's going to be harder.
Any challenges in specific you think you'll be facing Form 9?
Keeping up and the exams are hard.
The exams can be hard. But in Form 8 or in middle school in general, what were the biggest challenges you faced?
Everything was more strict and the deadlines were intense.
So guys, if you could see your Form 5 self and talk to her, what advice would you give to her?
Find friends you can trust.
Find friends you can trust, guys. You heard it here from Amaya first. Thank you guys and see you in commencement.
Well, the show's coming to an end, but before we go, let's talk about commencement. This is one of the highlights of our school year. It makes us united and proud to be Clippers. Commencement, though, has definitely changed over the years. See these pictures? Notice anything different? Graduating classes are getting bigger and bigger. This year we have almost 100 graduates on our stage. And that means more families, more friends, more staff, and of course, more fun.
And more show. But before we sign off, we'd like to remind you that the real show only starts at 7. Before then, stick around though. Sit back, relax, and enjoy these deliciously creepy and dark gothic stories written by our Form 8s and produced by our own media club. And you know what? Why don't we have one last vibe check, one last sneak peek into the pavilion? How's the vibe, Rafa? Did it.
How much for the button? Said a short man wearing fancy bright clothes, pointing in my direction. 2 pence each, said my familiar salesman. That's a deal. Those were my freeing words. Before purchased, I stood still, gazing over the salty waters of Venice as boats swept by, until one night I was rescued. That night I was set free. Together, me and my recently proclaimed owner flew and sailed all over the world, where I was tightly fastened in his left pocket. Suns from assorted zones glistened over my shell. I was like a dog on a leash, never being able to run away, but only the leash was sewing threads. Those were my dog days. As I rusted, my owner lost interest in my fashion, and I was worn less and less. My shiny heart crumbled from the inside. You bought more of my kind as if I was replaceable, as if they were like me. Looking back at it, I am grateful because of one night. One haunting night that never leaves my metallic thoughts. I was carelessly thrust into my usual oak nightstand, one more sore dent in my soul. But that evening was anything but usual. In the middle of the dusk, whilst all were fast asleep, a creaking noise rose from the distinct direction of the mahogany door. I was placed in a position where I could see it all, even with the room dimly lit. But I couldn't alert my owner. I don't think I would if I could. As the boundless rain plunged and distant lightnings fell like striking blades, an outline cautiously stepped out of the quiet aperture. The mysterious figure ambled along planks older than time, filled with mold and holes. Once that body reached my now very old and fragile owner's towering bed, he was finally lit by the lightnings outside the window. This was a man from Nordic regions, filled with mud and vengeance. He slowly perched down and steadily whispered into my elderly devil's ear, "Your reign of calamity is over, father." As he mumbled that, he pressed a dirty red button and woke up a screeching device, one that settled my doom. He sprinted away with the speed of light, and the door was locked from the outside. We were trapped. After some stretched seconds, the device went off, and the rambunctious noise was blasted. So was the whole building, eradicating it to the breeze. Now, I am deeply buried in the ruins of the place that used to be my home, waiting to be excavated, waiting to be once again set free.
We rested in the car, his cold hands crossed over his waist, rigid, but at peace. His body felt as if it were resting, but his spirit had ceased to exist. We drove silently in the car. I knew what was going to happen. This was my life's purpose, my meaning. Me and him being together was inevitable. Whether it was me or someone else like me, we would be in this situation, in this car, driving slowly, calmly, waiting for it to happen. As we were gently lifted out of the car by uniformed associates of his, I could still feel him. He was so stiff and cold, like a lake frozen over in the winter. I could hear the shallow voices of his loved ones whispering, mumbling, practically inaudible. Some were crying weakly, some attempted to stay calm and collected. I could feel their pain, their distraught emotions clouding the gloomy air. I did not know the reason for their sorrow. They knew this would come someday. But I suppose no one can be ever truly ready for the chilly grasp of death. But no matter, it was time. It was happening. I could feel their distress, their despair, desperately wanting him back. But they'll never get them back. He is one with me now. We are together, and nothing can stop us from being together. We are now trapped in the icy fresh earth and underground. Tears flood the eyes of his relatives, dirt and soil, slowly covering us bit by bit, to never be seen or heard from again. Immovable, unseen, enclosed, destined to be together forever.
I have felt the pain of children's nightmares time and time again. I am drowned in a flannel fabric pattern every night and worn upon a young child's chest. Most nights are calm, only a small ruffle or movement, but overall comfortable. Though some nights have me drenched in sweat, feeling the shivers and chills which could only be created by a disturbed child's mind. The first light released from the sun is a sign of relief for their poor soul, as they will wake up and realize that the night's terrors were only a mere dream.
forward, I don't wanna go back, I don't wanna fall before the fight. I can be the hero of the night if you let me. I kept running from my problems, letting everybody push me down. It took a little time to turn around, but heavy is the head that wears the crown. Are you ready for the future? Ready for a new day? Ready for a life worth living when the world starts singing again? Are you ready for the future? Ready for a new day? Ready for a life worth living when the world starts singing again? Are you ready for the future? Ready for a new day? Ready for a life worth living when the world starts singing again? Are you ready for the future? Ready for a new day? Ready for a life worth living when the world starts singing again? Are you ready for the future? Ready for a life worth living when the world starts singing again? Ready for a new day?
Welcome here and at home to our 2023 commencement celebration. You are kindly asked to switch off or put your mobile phone in silent mode. Thank you. This year's school's banner, which is here on the stage, represents the concept of rising to the challenge and was created by Lydia Reis and Sofia Ramos with the help of Anna Rita Rocha, Valentina Di Marino and Alexia Kypriotis. Throughout the year, we have been exploring important issues and challenges of the future, and the banner captures the essence of overcoming adversity and embracing growth. It depicts a powerful image of a student emerging from darkness and reaching out into nature. As a silhouette of the student stands tall against the backdrop of shadows, her outstretched arm represents determination and resilience, and she dares to step outside her comfort zone and confront the unknown. The vibrant colors of nature surrounding her evoke a sense of hope and potential, conveying the message that by embracing challenges and venturing into uncharted territories, one can discover the true potential and thrive. This banner serves as a constant reminder for students to embrace challenges as opportunities for growth and to never shy away from pushing their limits. Thank you so much. Please stand up for the anthem of the European Union. Inés Charuades will lead. Mrs. Morgado will address the graduates and guests.
Good evening, CLIP community. Dear graduates, students, staff, members of the board, members of the Parents Teachers Association, parents, alumni, and invited guests. It is our greatest pleasure and honor to welcome you to CLIP for the 32nd commencement, a ceremony which builds upon CLIP's culture as we gather together to rejoice the efforts and successes of our community. We are also very pleased to particularly acknowledge our Form 4 and Form 8 as they embark in a new stage of their academic lives. We welcome them to middle and upper schools, and we hope the class of 2023 be an inspiration to you all. Dear class of 2023, we are particularly delighted to be with you. Our most sincere congratulations to all and to each and every one of you. It is your time now, and independently of the path ahead, as we are globally experiencing an impressive cultural change, we are confident you will find your own way by acting ethically. We know that at this particular moment, you are feeling lots of pressure to make the right decisions about your future. But don't feel too anxious. These decisions are not set in stone. The future happens in a minute, and it is completely unpredictable. Embrace what you do now and dare to venture out of your comfort zone. Be open to explore with curiosity. Make time to listen with intention and to wonder. Channel your emotions into resilience and determination. Reflect on who you are and on what you want to do going forward. Work to bring about the very best in each and every one and thrive together. Listen to your heart and take actions that are aligned with human-centered values. But essentially, you must see the rest of your life as an education. Dear class of 2023, today we celebrate you and the change we would like to see in the world. We are confident that we will rise to the challenge as the future belongs to you.
Any advice, I would say only two things really matter in life. Who you are as a person, what values and principles guide your actions, and what you know. No one can take that away from you. Everything else can come, will come, and go. So, always trust your heart. It will be the best compass to make important decisions. And never, ever stop learning, being curious. Embrace challenges as a way of improving, of becoming the best version of yourself. Always believe in you. As someone has put it brilliantly, you are braver than you believe, stronger than you seem, and smarter than you think. Above all, be happy. Please come and visit us for a coffee. We'll always be here for you.
Let's listen to Form 3 and 4. They will sing, "You Are Enough." Thank you so much, Forms 3 and 4. This year's salutation will be presented by Justin Wong and Vasco Santos as the second highest ranked graduates.
Can you believe it, Justin?
What?
We're graduating.
I can't believe they're letting us graduate after what we did for the senior prank.
True.
How do we get here?
Well, I think it's safe to say that none of us treaded very conventional paths to get here. For my part, I was in CLIP as a child, and then I left for Spain, returning 5 years later to the year after the year that I left, which was always a bit awkward for me.
Well, I came to Porto from Hong Kong in Form 9 alone, and when I arrived to Portugal, I barely spoke Portuguese. So the only phrase I knew was that o FC Porto é o melhor clube de Portugal.
I mean, that's not wrong. It's not wrong.
And how can we forget about the pandemic? During quarantine, my focus shifted away from football, and now I would like to pursue my studies in the scientific field.
As for me, my girlfriend Maria can attest to the fact that I changed my career plans almost every week.
And now I'd like to change the focus of the speech from us and towards the class of 2023. Amidst all the stress of applying to universities and figuring out what to do, it's easy to forget what we, as a youth group, have achieved together.
In many other schools, it might not have been so easy for people such as Justin and me, who came in at the time where everyone was being sent home to fit in. But what I find so amazing about CLIP's community is that despite these difficult circumstances, Justin and I were able to become a part of the school, even though we weren't in school.
At CLIP, I feel at home, and I think I speak for most of the people here, if not everyone on stage when I say this. As we embark on the next chapters of our lives, it's important to hold on to the values and remember the lessons that we have learned here at CLIP. We've learned the importance of resilience, hard work, and collaboration, which will help us navigate through any challenges we may encounter in the future.
And even though we are now preparing to each go our separate ways, whenever in the future one of us finds himself or herself in a difficult circumstance, we will remember where we came from, we will remember all the people with whom we grew up and with whom we learned what life and work and love was, and we will say, I can do this because I am a Clipper.
We would like to say thank you to everyone who helped us get here.
I'd like to thank all my family and friends who supported me all these years.
And so would I. And I would additionally like to thank my host parents, Maria and Manel.
Additionally, we would like to thank, obviously, all of CLIP's amazing teachers and staff.
And of course, students.
Thank you, and let's celebrate the class of 2023.
The next performance joins students from the lower, middle and upper school performing True Colors.
saw you laughing. If this world makes you crazy and you've taken all you can bear, you call me up because you know I'll be there, and I'll see your true colors shining through. I see your true colors, and that's why I love you. So don't be afraid to let them show your true colors. True colors are beautiful like a rainbow. And I need your true colors shining through. I see your true colors, and that's why I love you. So don't be afraid to let them show your true colors. True colors are beautiful like a rainbow.
Thank you so much. Maria Antonia Souza, our highest ranked graduate, is invited to present the valedictory address.
Good evening, class of 2023, teachers, staff, parents, and distinguished guests. Today marks a significant milestone in our lives as we gather here to celebrate our achievements and bid farewell to the familiar halls of our beloved school. It is an honor to stand before you and express my immense gratitude to everyone who has made this journey possible. First and foremost, I owe this to the remarkable teachers who have worked tirelessly to nurture our minds and shape our characters. They have been our guiding lights. They have been the catalysts for our growth. They have instilled in us a thirst for knowledge. They have transmitted to us a passion for learning. Their unwavering dedication has equipped us with the necessary tools to face the upcoming stages of our lives. To my form teacher, Ms. Freire, my math teacher, Ms. Silva, and my chemistry teacher, Ms. Fernandes, I extend special thanks for your wholehearted support during the most demanding times. Your dedication and genuine care have been invaluable. I also want to extend my sincere appreciation to my parents,
and family for their endless support and for transmitting the values of perseverance and hard work. After 12 years at this school, I must acknowledge that every day was challenging. Therefore, it was paramount to rise to the challenge. From the initial struggle of adapting to an English-based curriculum, to the difficulty of collaborative projects in LTR and CBC, the pressure of meeting deadlines, and the intellectual challenges underpinning scientific endeavors such as CyClip, each hurdle has pushed us to grow stronger and more resilient. However, we have never faced these challenges alone. The sense of community that permeates CLIP has made every difficulty more manageable. It is a pleasure to belong to such a diverse and inclusive community that fosters development in all senses. In a world that is an ever-changing landscape, we must also embrace adaptability. The path may not always be clear, but CLIP has taught us this and much more. I learned so much at this school, with exceptions made to making a proper tie knot, which I just realized when I had my senior photo taken. Looking ahead into the bright future that awaits us, ready to embrace new and unique opportunities, the words of Winston Churchill rise to my mind. Success is not final. Failure is not fatal. It is the courage to continue that counts. Today, we celebrate our achievements, but let us remember that our journey does not end here. We are about to begin a new chapter in our lives where the courage to persist in the face of adversity and to keep learning and growing that will shape our futures and pave the way for our success. As we step into the unknown, let us carry with us all the memories and values from our time at CLIP, knowing that the best is yet to come. Let us be lifelong learners, never ceasing to explore and seek expertise. Equipped with the knowledge and unforgettable experiences acquired at this remarkable school, we have the power to change the world. Congratulations, class of 2023. We did it. We have accomplished much, but there is so much more to achieve. Thank you.
This is the Form 8 moment, celebrating their move into the upper school.
I'm not a stranger to the dark. Hide away, they say, 'cause no one will love you as you are. I've learned to be ashamed of all my scars. Hide away, they say, no one will love you as you are. But I won't let them break me down to dust. I know that there's a place for us, for we are glorious. When the sharpest words wanna cut me down, I'm gonna send a flood, gonna drown them out.
gonna send a flood, gonna drown in my heart. This is brave, this is Bruce, this is who I'm meant to be. This is me, look out, 'cause here I come. And I'm marching on to the beat I drum. I'm not scared to be seen. I make no apologies. This is me.
Thank you so much. Mrs. Alison Haylock will read on behalf of the leaving teachers the prayer of Saint Francis of Assisi.
Make me a channel of your peace. Where there is hatred, let me bring your love. Where there is injury, your pardon, Lord. And where there's doubt, true faith in you. Make me a channel of your peace. Where there's despair in life, let me bring hope. Where there is darkness, only light. And where there's sadness, ever joy. O Master, grant that I may never seek so much to be consoled as to console, to be understood as to understand, to be loved as to love with all my soul. Make me a channel of your peace. It is in pardoning that we are pardoned, Lord, in giving of ourselves that we receive, and in dying we are born to eternal life. O Master, grant that I may never seek so much to be consoled as to console, to be understood as to understand, to be loved as to love with all my soul. Make me a channel of your peace. It is in pardoning that we are pardoned, Lord, in giving of ourselves that we receive, and in dying we are born to eternal life.
Miss O will introduce the warrior.
Colin.
In a world where peace is advocated, it may seem peculiar to sing a song that speaks of battles and war. Yet, deep within each of us lies a battlefield, be it physical, emotional, mental, or spiritual. However, it is the choices we make in these battles that define us. In this presentation titled The Warrior, arranged by Mrs. Troost and choreographed by Ms. Oliveira, we embark on a journey where we explore the resilience of the human spirit and the profound power of choice. Imagine a warrior standing on the precipice of their challenge. They possess the unwavering belief that if they choose to stand still and not fight, but trust in a higher power, they will be guided and protected. Alternatively, they may elect to step forward into the battle that lies before them. The warrior embodies honor, grace, and courage, captivating our senses and inviting us to reflect on our own battles, urging us to rise to the challenges that life presents to us. Ladies and gentlemen, the warrior.
we are taking this moment to thank Miss O for all the years that she has been with us. Sara Gonçalves, our head girl, will now address the class of 2023.
Good evening, fellow students, teachers, staff members, families, honored guests, and class of 2023. Today is a day we look forward to our whole lives, as we are gathered here to celebrate our high school graduation. It is an honor and privilege to stand before you as the head girl of our school, representing our remarkable year, full of talented individuals. First and foremost, I want to congratulate the class of 2023. We have made an outstanding journey side by side, conquering obstacles and seizing opportunities along the way by navigating the ups and downs, the triumphs and challenges that CLIP has presented us. Our accomplishments are the result of our hard work, determination, and resilience. I believe I can say from all of us that we are a unique and special group. We are a family no matter what. However, it is crucial to acknowledge that our journey here was not solely an individual effort. It is through the support and encouragement of our families, teachers, and friends that we have been able to reach these points. I can say I've come a long way at CLIP, as I've been here for 30 years now, since reception. I'm going to be honest. Life is made in the mistakes you make, but there is no time like the present to make the change. Many of you know how I was a few years ago, what you call the troublemaker. I'm not proud of who I was. However, I've learned that little by little, a little becomes a lot. So that is why I decided to change. I wanted to make a difference in my life, as well as a difference at CLIP. Because when you have nothing to lose, you have everything to gain. I couldn't be more proud of myself, and the only way I can explain my progress to you is by saying the famous lyrics, "Started from the bottom, now we're here." Not only have I been a student at CLIP, but also a basketball player. Where you are sitting right now is what I call home, freedom, and love. Without a doubt, basketball is my passion. I started playing when I was only 8 years old, and I immediately fell in love because the feeling of being on the court is the feeling I've been searching for in my entire life, because suddenly the world went quiet and I felt safe in my own head. Basketball is more than just a game to me. It's a language that transcends words, allowing me to express myself in ways I never thought possible. The court becomes my canvas, and with every dribble, pass, and shot, I paint a picture of my dedication and love for the sports. However, the best part about it is sharing the 4 lines with my best friends. No one will ever understand us like we understand each other. Our talks in the Jaldinha will never be forgotten. As I would say at the start of every game, #saltos. As the captain of the team for many years now, I just have to thank you all for all of our accomplishments. We gave everything we got every season, and although sometimes we didn't receive the result we wished for, the greatest successes come from having the freedom to fail. There is no such thing as losing, it's just winning and learning. Therefore, by being resilient, we were the first team at CLIP to ever win a national championship. Anyhow, as I'm saying goodbye to CLIP, I'm also saying goodbye to basketball at CLIP. So thank you to everyone who was involved in my basketball career, my coaches, teammates, and staff. It was a pleasure and privilege to be a part of something so precious. Well, I can't hide the obvious. Teachers. All of you deserve the world. Never underestimate how much we appreciate you and the lives you have touched. May you be proud of the work you do, the individuals you are, and the difference you make. Because it takes big hearts to teach little minds. We cannot thank you enough. We are going to miss you the most, so when we come to visit, at least remember our names. I want to finish my speech by saying one quote from one of the most influential men of our time. In the wise words of Mr. Worldwide, also known as Mr. People, this is for everybody going through tough times. Believe me, been there, done that, but every day above ground is a great day. Remember that. Congratulations, class of 2023. We did it. I wish you the best of luck and happiness for our next chapter. From your head girl, basketball captain, student, friend, and classmate. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. We are one, always and forever.
Thank you, Sarah. The class of 2023 will now sing I'll Always Remember You.
what can I tell you about our guest speaker? I know Pedro for many years. I taught him history in middle school and followed him through until Form 12. In fact, I even went with his year group to Mallorca. Quite an experience. And we kept in touch. So, who is Pedro? I am biased, I know. But I would say that Pedro is an amazing human being, an excellent doctor, a brilliant pianist, a science and mathematician geek, a true clipper, highly principled, with strong morals and ethics. After CLIP, Pedro went to medical school after a year in bioengineering. During university, Pedro traveled all over the world as he was involved with the World Health Organization. It was really hard to keep track of him. His social media was very, very busy. When COVID hit us, Pedro volunteered immediately to go to the Hospital de Campanha in Ovar. When the Ukraine war started, Pedro was again on the road in a bus to help refugees fleeing from the conflict. Highly principled, with strong morals and ethics, a true clipper, as I have said, rising to the challenges always. Ladies and gentlemen, it is my honor and my privilege to introduce to you our guest speaker, Pedro Miranda.
What can I say after such an amazing speech? I can assure you that all that I learned was at CLIP. Dear class of 2023, I will try to look more to you than to anyone else because today is all about us. But dear Dr. Francisco, dear Mrs. Morgado, Ms. Guedes, Ms. Silva, Ms. Rier, Ms. Diaz, Ms. Vasconcelos, like so many familiar faces. I have this speech and I really think like putting it away because it is amazing to be here. I sat on that side a few years ago, just a few, and it's amazing to see that the essence is still here. What you guys are celebrating is what I celebrated back in 2000 and something, and what people before me celebrated. But I'll try to stick to my speech. It is with utmost joy that I am standing here before you today to congratulate you for your amazing accomplishments. Allow me to take some time to ask you to stop and appreciate this moment. I stood where you are now, too many years ago to recall, and everything happened too fast. These 2 long hours flew by. So stop. Freeze this image, not on your phones, but on your hearts, and keep it with you. A few months after standing there, I was sitting beyond my anatomy teacher. In his very old-fashioned way to welcome us to medical school, I remember him saying, "Well done, you're halfway through your career as a student." I was like, 12 years after CLIP, I'm halfway? Well, yes, 6 years med school, 1 year general residency, 5 years residency after that. I am still here. That left me thinking, after hearing this gobsmacking sentence, how would I deal with that? Who was I? Though CLIP does give us wings to fly, we're way too young when we leave this house to actually face the real world. I came to a conclusion a few years later during med school that I've shared here on some of your career fairs and those talks we had downstairs at the auditorium. It is not what I am going to do, but it is who am I going to become. For years I said, and Ms. Gedge and a few others witnessed through social media, that medical school was the most important thing I had achieved, but it was my last priority. Before being a student, I was a human being that is social. I was a citizen that lives in a society. I was a son, I was a sibling, I was a friend, I was a volunteer, and all these were my true priorities. In today's society, there is a risk of focusing so much on your career that you forget to focus on you, on who you are and on who you want to become. Yes, I wanted to be a doctor, but which doctor? Who did I want to be by the time I graduated? This year's commencement is under the slogan of Rising to Challenges. Boy, do we have new challenges rising every day. How can we face them? We are in a generation where we've never heard so much about human rights, but I'd like to talk more to you about our obligations as humans. The Declaration of Human Rights was signed in Geneva just 75 years ago. I did double check my history. But the society we live in lives as such for more than 15,000. Though there is a lot to be done, never have we lived in a world that is tackling human rights so thoroughly. So much so that we tend to forget our obligations in terms of our rights. And our utmost obligation is to excel. Not on what you do, but on who you are. We can only claim the right to access to education if we commit to study to our fullest potential. We can only claim the right to shelter if we commit to work and to strive on our professional careers. We can only claim the right to a family of any kind if we commit to our family and we do not leave our family behind or work endless hours or have iPads closer to our kids than the meal that they're actually supposed to eat. Of course, this road requires a balance, and we all go through different paths down the road. We are fortunate enough to have studied here at CLIP. From LTR to Christmas carols, from the Model United Nations to the A-levels you just undertook, from the field trips to the plays with Ms. Zoe, I remember them so well. Please take a time to collect these memories, because they are embedded in who you are, and you learn that sooner than later. All these are small pieces of who you will become. Because when I went to Africa on humanitarian missions, or more recently when I went to Ukraine, I did remember what being a prefect was, and the sense of responsibility that CLIP was giving me through that. Allow me here a side note that's not on my speech. When the Ukrainian conflict started last year, as doctors we were already coming out from a quite intense period of our life. And I had a very similar conversation that took me to Ukraine to the one that Ms. Getch had that brought me here. It was 11 p.m. on a Friday, and someone I do not know called me. And they said, "You do not know me, but I know you, and you're a doctor. And we need you in Ukraine because we need medical help." And I was like, okay, where, when? Next Sunday, 8 a.m., you leave. This was Friday, 11 p.m. I tried not to provoke a heart attack on my mom, as many teachers here have as well, but I did have to tell her she does not have social media and I was going into a war zone. But I asked, "Why do you need me? You do not even know me." The doctor that was heading on this mission actually got COVID, and so he could not go. The parallel with me being on this stand today is that when Ms. Getch called me a few weeks ago, I said, "Let me just double check my agenda," which is still quite intense. The day after, I did check my agenda, and today's agenda was clear, and tomorrow's agenda was clear as well. So I phoned back Ms. Getch and I said, "Ms. Getch, thank you so much for this invitation, I'll be here." The next day at the hospital, I was wondering, why do I have 2 free days and I can actually go to CLIP? I had 2 free days because I was meant to be attending a congress right now in the Algarve, where it's probably even warmer than here. And I called Ms. Getch, and Ms. Getch was like, "But Pedro, you cannot not come." And now I have a younger intern that is enjoying a free meal in a very fancy hotel in the Algarve, and I'm here. But what CLIP teaches you is to not say no. When someone asks me to go to Ukraine, or when someone asks me to be here to share the little that I know with you, those are the same exact experiences. And then I did join a few NGOs, and I spent a few years traveling around the world. And during those, I remember my first field trips here at CLIP. we were still in Foch, what is now, I think, a nightclub that you guys probably know better than I do. And just walking on the tram would be an amazing experience. I spent a few years working for the WHO in Geneva and in the UN in New York. And I promise you that the first time that I delivered a speech for Dr. Ban Ki-moon and more recently to Antonio Guterres, or even Margaret Chan in Geneva, that she would always close the sessions with saying, "Does the kiddo in the back want to speak?" I remember the first time I spoke in an assembly. And I remember the first time that I went to a Lisbon Mall at the United Nations. And then we went to Paris. You forgot to mention Paris. And then we eventually started the Model United Nations here. This to say that these small things that CLIP teaches you on your everyday here will be the ones that will make you in 20 years. It's not 20 years yet, I hope. So closing, please give yourself some time during this summer to establish your memories, because those will establish who you are and become. After all, we are a sum of our experiences, and that's the legacy we will all leave behind one day. When I was your age and libraries had books, internet was the way to escape from real world. Today, the real world is the way to escape from internet. And the real world is our reality and our biggest goal. One will not change the world, but if each of us changes our world, the world will change. Today, I stand here with three main conclusions. First, congratulations for what you've accomplished already. Second, congratulations for what I know you will accomplish in the future. But thirdly, and most important, please remember to never commit to anything else than not ensuring you are the best version of yourselves forever and every day. Thank you so much.
Esteves, summa cum laude. Alejandra Carvalho, cum laude. Amanda Japiaçu, magna cum laude. Ana Beatriz Espírito Santo, magna cum laude. Ana Catarina Chen. André Barros, summa cum laude. André Vilaça, summa cum laude. Arthur Morandi, cum laude. Beatriz Correia Mendes, summa cum laude. Bernardo Falero, magna cum laude. Bruno Santos, magna cum laude. Carlota Matos, cum laude. Carlota Oliveira, cum laude. Carlota Souza. Carolina Rezende, magna cum laude. Carolina Zang. Catarina Rocha. Schenglin, magna cum laude. Christian Crivelli, cum laude. Constança Ferreira, summa cum laude. Cristina E, summa cum laude. Daniel Oliveira, cum laude. Diogo Ing, magna cum laude. Eduardo Loureiro, cum laude. Iad Abograra, magna cum laude. Faris Khan, magna cum laude. Felipe Mendes, magna cum laude. Felipe Serapião. Filipa Pipiras, summa cum laude. Filipe Chen, cum laude. Philippe Wang, cum laude. Gabriel Plain, cum laude. Gonçalo Duarte, cum laude. Guilherme Isidoro. Gustavo Bastos, cum laude. Hugo Azevedo, magna cum laude. Inês Almeida, cum laude. Inês Pinto, summa cum laude. Iria Fornos, cum laude. Isabela Coelho, summa cum laude. Jiao Shu. Joana Pereira. João Miau, summa cum laude, in absentia. João Pereira, cum laude. João Rodrigues, cum laude. João Serdora dos Santos, summa cum laude. João Nuno Domingues. João Pedro Paredes, cum laude. José Maria Gama, cum laude. José Maria Moraes. Júlia Vilar, cum laude. Cristi Bem-Posta, cum laude. Leila Aberdeen, magna cum laude. Leonardo Paixão, cum laude. Leonor Castro, magna cum laude. Leonor Costa, summa cum laude. Leonor Jongnellen, cum laude. Lola Hart, summa cum laude. Lorraine Lucas, cum laude. Luca Grazini, cum laude. Luca Di Marzo, summa cum laude. Luísa Fantosi, magna cum laude. Manuela Grazini, magna cum laude. Maria Leal, summa cum laude. Maria Silva, cum laude. Maria Antônia Souza, summa cum laude. Maria Eduarda Almeida, cum laude. Maria Inês Charruadas, summa cum laude. Maria Leonor Azevedo, magna cum laude. Mariana Chineski, cum laude. Mariana Silva, cum laude. Marta Sotelo, cum laude. Mateus Schneider, magna cum laude. Matilde Peixoto, magna cum laude. Matilde Rocha, magna cum laude. Nuno Prata, magna cum laude. Pedro Antunes, cum laude. Pedro Costa, cum laude. Pedro Meireles, cum laude. Pedro Miguel Barroso. Rafaela Montenegro, cum laude. Rita Gandra, cum laude. Rodrigo Cordeiro, magna cum laude. Rodrigo Vaz. Salvador Kohler, cum laude. Sandra Rocha, summa cum laude. Sara Gonçalves. Sofia Aberdeen, cum laude. Sofia Beipier, cum laude. Sofia Bittencourt. Teresa Nunes, summa cum laude. Tiago Chiara, cum laude. Tomás Queiroz, cum laude. Vasco Santos, summa cum laude. Justin Wong, summa cum laude. Z1, magna cum laude.
we offer our congratulations to the class of 2023.
It's time now. Are you ready? You can now move your tassel from the right to the left. Congratulations.
'cause mama, I'm so hard to handle now. It's around. Actions speak louder than words, and I'm a man of great experience. I know you got to nothing, man, but I can love you better than him. Take my hand, don't be afraid, I'm gonna prove every word I say. I'm advertising love for free, so place your hand in me. Once you come along, it's time by the dozen, that ain't nothing but a chance. Hey, little thing, let me light your candle, 'cause mama, I'm so hard to handle now. It's around. Yeah, hard to handle now. Oh, baby. Baby, here I am, man on your seat. I can't give you what you want, but you gotta come home to me. I've got some good old loving and I got some good store. When I get to throwing it on, you got to come back and more. Boys and things that come by the dozen, that ain't nothing but a chance to look. Hey, little thing, let me light your candle, 'cause mama, I'm so hard to handle now. Yeah, hard to handle now. Oh, baby. Hey, little thing, let me light your candle, 'cause mama, I'm so hard to handle now. It's around. Yeah, hard to handle now. Oh, baby.
I think they should be happy and thankful. They should go to the career they like most and know in life what they like to do to be happy.
Okay, that's a really good advice. Aim for success and not perfection. Perfection is a facade for fear. Never give up your right to be wrong and fail. Fail gloriously, all right? For then you won't lose the ability to learn new things and move forward in your life.
Class of 2023, what do you think their challenges are going to be?
They're going off to college, most of them, and I feel like they're stepping into a new phase of their life. So they're facing maybe living alone in another country, or living in a house by themselves, taking care of themselves, doing their dinner, their lunch, organizing the house, and also they have to be really, really independent. They have to start no one's gonna be there to bother them.
I agree.
My mom.
I agree.
Trying to buy a house, trying to get a job, going to university.
She already started candidating for a lot of universities out of Portugal. But I think she's gonna stay here because she's gonna miss home, and she's really excited and sad at the same time.
Oh, she's excited and sad at the same time.
Because she wants to have new experiences, but she's also really sad of leaving Clip because she's been here for a long time. I think she's prepared. She has been preparing for this for a long time. Eu estou muito orgulhosa dele, mas eu não quero que ele vá embora, porque eu gosto muito dele. Eu já sei que um dia ia sair, mas eu não queria, agora. E sim, eu sinto um bocadinho mal, mas eu sei que ele vai sair bem na faculdade. I think she has to become much more independent, as she has to live alone, do all her laundry and all of her tasks alone. And I think that she will overcome them by calling my mom every day. I think that she will get used to it, but not in the beginning. So I think that it is a process that will take some time, and I don't think anyone is really prepared to move on to university, but everyone will adapt. And,
especially to another country.
Yeah.
I think he's going to like it very much, do a lot of work, and I'm a little bit sad that he's going away.
Oh, but he's coming back, you know.
Sometimes.
Oh, yeah, I know. But it's nice, you know, that he's moving on with his life, right?
Yes.
Yeah, it's good. So what do you think? Do you think you will have any obstacles in this, like to find that you will have to overcome?
Yes, I do. I think he would have to overcome like being an adult, marrying, having a child, and do all that work.
Yeah, that stuff. Yeah.
It's gonna be sad because sometimes I just like seeing her in the corridors and just talking. And her friends, I'm also gonna miss them because I was close to them as well.
You were close to her friends as well. Yeah, of course.
Está preparado, mas nós não estamos, é esse o problema.
E como é que vocês vão fazer para enfrentar as saudades?
Então, primeiro eu não vou deixar sair de casa. Segundo, se ele sair de casa, eu vou tentar telefonar, perguntar como é que vai, se encontrar alguma coisa boa, se está bem.
Are you gonna miss him?
Yes.
Yes? What are you gonna miss most about him?
He's being kind.
Oh, he's super kind?
Yes.
Do you like do a lot of activities together?
Yes. Playing football with him.
Are you gonna miss her?
Yes, a lot.
Do you have a special relationship with her? Is that how many siblings do you have? I don't know.
One.
You only have her?
Yes.
Really? Oh, I didn't know that. Oh, okay. So you're gonna miss her. You're gonna see her in Christmas, hopefully, right?
Can you think of particular pieces of advice you would like to give your brother Bernardo?
I would like to say have fun, but not too much, because he still needs to study a lot. He's in a career, a really hard career. He's studying engineering, and so party, but not too much, and study a lot. What else do you think he needs to do, to be happy, in his new life?
To have many friends.
To have many friends, to make more friends, right?
Yes. I think it's a good advice to ask him to come back.
Yes, I love that. I love that. I love that. Do you know what I'm also going to say? That, they also have to, be aware of where they are. For instance, when they're crossing the road, look both ways. You know, maybe that's a cool thing to do, right? To be aware of where they are and the people around them, right? And motorbikes and stuff.
Have a GPS that shows exactly where he is.
Oh, you want to have that?
Yeah.
Awesome. Yeah, I don't think Luca will appreciate that. He doesn't want to be, oh, everybody knows where we are, kind of thing. Yeah?
Yeah.
But you would like that?
Yes.
Cool.
O meu irmão já está crescido, na minha opinião, mas se conseguir crescer ainda mais é ótimo. O meu irmão ainda não cresceu, eu acho que ele ainda não vai crescer.
O teu irmão não é o mesmo que o dela?
Sim, mas nós temos diferentes perspectivas.
What do you wish, if you had anything to say to her, what would you like to tell her?
For her to not to be scared and just do the things and don't think twice.
Don't think twice. Just
Yeah.
go for it.
Just go for it. Have a good life.
Once you're gone, I'm gonna keep your room. I'm gonna take all your stuff out to trash. Maybe I take them to Spain for you. And after I'm not gonna miss you. I'm just gonna miss how you explain chemistry to me. And thank you for that. But I'm gonna keep his room, so why am I gonna miss him? So when he comes, he's gonna be like, I want my bed. No, you're not. You're sleeping in the sofa.
Olá, Pedro. Eu sei que vai ser complicado ter esta fase da tua vida, mas tu és uma pessoa extremamente amigável e eu sei que tu és aquele tipo de pessoa que vai conseguir enfrentar este desafio. Tu sempre querias que eu chamasse Pedro, não é? Pronto, não correu bem. Eu vou-te continuar a chamar Piki, mesmo que tiveres 90 e tal. Eu só espero que tu te divirtas na faculdade, encontres mais coisinhas divertidas, talvez mais divertidas do que as outras. E sim, eu ainda vou-te chamar Piki, e vais ser sempre o meu Piki, e mesmo que zanques comigo, vou-te chamar Piki.
I just wanted to say that I'm really proud of you and what you have achieved, and hope that life is good.
Luca, quando você crescer eu vou ter muita saudade de você. Eu queria que a gente ficasse mais tempo juntos. E eu espero que você tenha uma vida boa pra frente.
The choir will sing Somebody to Love.
Yes.
Somebody to love, find me 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 somebody to love, We are the champions, my friend. And we'll keep on fighting till the end. We are the champions. We are the champions. No time for losers. We are the champions. We are the champions, my friend. And we'll keep on fighting till the end. We are the champions. We are the champions. No time for losing. We are the champions of the world. Hello? Hello?
And now this is your chance to sing. We're going to ask everyone to stand up and please sing the school song, We Are One. Yes, we are one. On behalf of the owners of the school, this year Dr. Peter Violas will speak the closing words.
Ladies and gentlemen, teachers, proud parents, teachers and staff, by the way, students, and most importantly, the graduates of the class 2023. Congrats, congratulations, a great achievement, yeah? I prepared the speech, but the last minute, I decided not to do it for a few reasons. Because I must be anxious to celebrate your success tonight. Also because we are sit down for a couple of hours already, and some people must be angry. And my mom, she makes 79 years old, and she's waiting for me for dinner. So. So I'm going to resume my speech to the last paragraph, if you allow me. And I just have a few words to tell you and to advise to you. And that's a bit the experience of my life. And those are, you must believe in yourselves, and you need to follow your dreams. That's it. You'll see that it will happen. And you know what? You are the stars of tonight. Enjoy this moment. And with your family and friends and all your lovers. And once again, the sky is the limit. Follow your dreams and go for it, okay? So, congrats. Thank you. Thank you.
Before we are going to sing, before we are going to finish with singing the Portuguese national anthem, a few practicalities to share with you. There is a heavy flow of traffic outside to collect students. Thus, it is of utmost importance that we are going to leave in a staggered way. We kindly ask you, after singing the Portuguese national anthem, to leave, but to follow the instructions. Students from form tutors and others from staff that will ensure that you get out safely. A small message was just given to me that unfortunately one car was taken by the police. It is a black Mercedes, AX04TL, number plate AX04TL, matricula AXIS 04TL. Unfortunately, I have to pass on that message to you. And the last message is for the Form 12 graduates, families and guests. Please join us in the upper school canteen to drink a well-deserved glass of champagne with us. Please all stand up for the Portuguese national anthem, and thank you so much for being with us today. Congratulations to everyone.